Hello everybody and welcome to the 300 Bro Studios. Of course, I'm your host, Tai Tiger, and today we have our final 300 Bro Council Member July video. So throughout July, the 300 Bros kind of took a break from being in the videos, and myself and I was joined by the council members to fill out the Tuesday slots. So today we have Jared. He has been in a video before, but not a weekly Tuesday video, so it's awesome to welcome him to the weekly Tuesday video uploads. Now, just a little thing before we dive in. The original chibi that I drew, the avatar for Jared, yes, I drew all the avatars myself, we kind of had some content creator butting heads, if you will, because Jared, he's the host of You Give Dad a Podcast, he's actually in two different content creator groups, and I used a piece of artwork from the other group as inspiration for the chibi. I was trying to blend in Jared to both groups, kind of symbolize that he is a part of two different groups, and it was met with some harsh words and negative reactions. So that chibi that you have seen before for Jared will not be used again. I have decided to redraw him in a different sort of angle. So that chibi is now gone, but we now have a brand new chibi for Jared, which is themed in the same universe as the topic of today's video, which is... And I'm very glad we finally get to do something Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Me and Jared both have picked two favourite episodic villains from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and now that means we have a top 4, which is fantastic. We're going to go back and forth here in this video discussing our two picks, and I'm very glad what we came up with. So if you're a big fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, please stick around. Let us know if you want a part 2 of this, because Buffy has 7 seasons, there's a lot of episodic villains, and if you want us to do a part 2, we'd happily do a part 2. Now, that being said, of course, do check out If You Give Dad a Podcast. It's the biggest podcast amongst the 300 Bro Studios. Jared interviews all different types of people, like wrestlers, voice actors, comic book artists and illustrators, comic book writers, book authors, actors, all different types of stuff, and it's absolutely insane. So with that being said, let's dive in. So we are talking Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Finally on the channel. I've been wanting to talk about something Buffy related for a while. So you're actually the last person to come on in July from the 300 Bros Council list. And funny enough, I can't say welcome because you've already been in the video. But this is your first main Tuesday video, so I could say welcome to your first main Tuesday video.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here and to be talking to you. I'm excited to talk about our topic tonight. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely. I've been looking forward to this. I love Buffy. It's one of the TV shows. You have to watch Buffy at least like once every 18 months, kind of thing.
Yep.
Definitely. So I'm going to let you go first with your first one, and we'll go back and forth. But I'll let you go first with your first one.
Okay. So this one was one that I think was so close to sending her over the edge. It was one that could have ended it, and it made everybody kind of think, what is really real? And it's in the episode Normal Again. And it's the one where she gets injected with the venom that makes her have that psychotic break that makes her think that she's actually in a mental institution.
Oh, and yep.
Yeah, and so the thing is it wasn't till right there at the very end where she decided, you know what, I'm going to fight this. Because at one point she had given up and she had started taking everybody downstairs into the basement, and she was going to let that demon get rid of all of them, you know. So this one was very close to getting her and doing her in, I guess you could say. So that's my first pick because it is one of the harder ones because it not only was physically tough, but it messed with her psyche.
Yeah, it wasn't just a typical, weekly bad guy that she can smack around and throw across the floor. It actually
Right.
affected her, in a mental state, so she had to fight with her mind more than her body,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
obviously in a show like Buffy, where she's the damsel in distress that isn't in distress type deal. It does give you something different. It's a bit of a out of formula type thing, but it was done well though, because sometimes these type of episodes can go very poorly. But I think the episode you're talking about, I think did it really well.
So it's funny though. A lot of people either they loved the episode or they hated it because it was so different. But the thing with this one for me was, um, it was after the fact of her like, fighting off all of these. The last big bad that she had was, you know, um, the trio, and there was things in the episode where it explained everything. So like, oh, and then her world started falling apart, so she brought in a sister that she never had, and it said that they were explaining that her psyche was crumbling, and this is the breakthrough to get her to there. And you're like, oh my god, is that really what it is? And then at the end of the episode, it shows that world again, and you're like, wait a minute, because her parents are right there with her, but she's catatonic again, and so you're just like, which one is it? Which one do you believe?
Yeah, it definitely goes around a few loops for sure.
Yeah.
Very good first pick, bro. I like it.
All right. Thank you.
What
what is your first one?
So the reason why I went with this one is because I started watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer when I was 8 years old. My parents thought I'd really like it because I was always into supernatural things and stuff. And this is the episode that gave me the heebie-jeebies. It didn't scare me. It freaked me the fuck out. I was like skin crawling. I just wanted to curl up in a ball of cotton wool and hide away, sort of feeling. I didn't like this episode at all. And I do. This episode's a bit pants, to be fair, but it's Teacher's Pet, which is season 1, episode 4, and the bad guy is the she-mantis. This actress, bless her, she's actually pretty good at playing the seductive but slightly creepy character. So her alias is Natalie, and she's apparently a substitute teacher, and she kind of has this flirtation with Xander, which is kind of creepy in the first place because obviously Xander's meant to be in high school. That's creepy as it is, and then obviously you'll find out that she's this big bug-looking thing. One of the creepier scenes for me is when she makes a bug sandwich and eats it, and it's just like ew, gross. Don't get me wrong, I'm fine with bugs. I'm the person in my house that collects spiders and takes them outside safely, so my wife and son don't get freaked out or anything. I don't care about worms or anything. None of that bothers me. Just the fact that it's a woman who's actually a big mantis thing as an 8-year-old that gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Totally understand.
And because that had such an impact on me as a kid, I had to mention it here. I had to bring her up. And for the 4th episode, it was really out there and different. So
yeah. And didn't she put mayo or something on the sandwich and then sprinkle the bugs on there? I don't remember. It was like crickets or something that she did.
It was gross, bro.
It was gross. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that one, and I always thought it was weird, because of the whole, like you said, in high school. But they that was a common theme with, Buffy,
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Teenagers with older people.
she does date someone over 200 years old, so
It's true. This is
like,
true.
you know, I guess it's the norm.
Yeah.
Okay, so throw your second one my way.
My second one I'm going to throw in here is from season 2, and this was at a very difficult time for Buffy because it was right after her and Angel had done the deed, and he had turned and he was that, jerk bad boyfriend now, and I am talking about the judge on this one, where they said that no one could no, how did they put? They put no weapon formed by man could destroy him. And they had to piece him together and everything, and find the pieces for him. And there's that funny line, with Oz after they, he was pointing out that earlier in the episode, But I think she ends up using like a grenade launcher to like take him out in the episode. But it was. Technology, came through and helped them to get through with this, because at the time when the judge, when he was, taken apart, no weapon could destroy him, but they didn't have modern technology. But I thought that one was cool. He's done, the guy who played him has been in a lot of things. And in fact, I think he's done other characters in Buffy as well. But yeah, the judge, that's my second one.
Yes, I know exactly what episode you're talking about. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Mark, actually. But me and him actually had the comment about that episode, because it's a rocket launcher she uses. They're like, there's quite a bit of distance between them. Yeah, the judge is there, like, no weapon can harm me, and she just pulls out this rocket launcher. She's like, oh yeah, try this, and just shoots it, blows them up. Fantastic way to defeat a villain like that. It's like, it's so niche and so like kind of dumb, but in a way that it makes sense, because he, like you said, he comes from a time where they would have used swords and bows and axes and stakes and things. Sure, those sort of weapons can't kill you, but try something that can fly at you at multiple miles an hour and blows up. It's fun. It's goofy, but it's cool.
Yeah. I also think this is the episode where she kicks Angel in the nuts.
Yes, it is. She goes a bit She goes a bit what's the word, badass.
Yeah, exactly. And doing this makes me want to go back and rewatch more Buffy.
Okay, so my second character, bad guy, should I say? Funnily enough, I picked both girls. Oddly, both mine are female. So season 3 is one of my favorite seasons. I adore season 3 so much. And I wouldn't say this villain's a favorite of mine, but I like the fact that she's human, and that's what makes her interesting. So I am talking about Gwendolyn Post from the episode Revelations, which is season 3, episode 7. So basically, she is she's depicted as like Faith's new watcher or something, and she's after, I'm gonna mispronounce this to all bloody hell, but I'm gonna give it a go, the Minocon glove. I've butchered that, I know, but it's a weird demonic looking glove, and she's after it. It's like meant to be like raw and powerful. It's meant to be this like almighty weapon, and she secretly wants it. She's sure, she's a watcher, and she's meant to be like looking after Faith and stuff, but secretly she wants this weird demonic thing. And I just found it cool that we had a human as a bad guy. I like the fact when things go a bit just off the rails, like your first pick, it's more mental than physical. I liked it where it's a bad guy, and it has supernatural elements. We have a demonic weapon, but they did something different, and they gave a human kind of like the spotlight. And Buffy actually cuts her hand off, which is really cool, severing the glove from her, which ends up firing her as well, which is great. So she does end up dying. She's in an episode which is a bit meh, sure, you can skip it, but it's just a fun idea, making a human the bad guy. I just like that idea.
It was a good thing to further the story of Faith too, because Faith already had trust issues, and that kind of just further perpetuated those trust issues that she was having, especially when it comes to things like the Watchers Council and stuff. Because this was somebody who was from the Watchers Council. They just went rogue, and was looking for something else, and so I think that the point of that was more to kind of just further the story of Faith. And
yeah, it kind of built that layer of distrust, because obviously after this woman kind of like dies, then we obviously get Wesley. He comes into it then, and obviously there's no trust between him and Faith at all, on Faith's side of it, more than anything. And yeah, it definitely is it's a little domino effect, it's one of the starting points to why she ends up kind of going a bit rogue, and like you said, she ends up going with the mayor and things. And yeah, I just enjoy it because Buffy is all about, fighting the supernatural, and, we have all different types of big bads and things. It's just nice to mix up a bit and actually have, okay, like I said, sure, supernatural element, she has a glove, which is kind of cool too. I like it when, I like my weapons and my gizmos and gadgets and things, so I like it when, they explore that, and it's a bit of lore, it's a bit of exploration, and it's just a fun time.
Yeah. For sure, man. And, it's funny hearing this because, looking at these, I've been finding episodes that I completely forgot about because there's 7 seasons total, and I think besides season 1, every one of them has at least like 22 episodes, and I think season 1 was 13 episodes, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of characters that, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about them, and so it's kind of cool, especially with the fact that we might be getting another reboot of Buffy, and Sarah Michelle Gellar is actually a part of that. So I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen with that.
And there we have it, guys. Another video all there ready for you guys. I really hope that you did enjoy this video. And of course, if you have enjoyed the video, do hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. And subscribe whilst you're here. That would be absolutely amazing as well. Of course, check out If You Give a Dad a Podcast, which of course is Jared's podcast. And like I stated in the beginning, he interviews so many amazing guests. It's unreal. So make sure you definitely check him out on all podcast platforms and on the YouTube channel, If You Give a Dad a Podcast. Of course, make sure you check out the TikTok account, which we don't really mention that much, but we are on TikTok. All of our shorts get posted on TikTok. There's a few other little things that we post on TikTok as well, which is under the same name through Interbro Studios. So of course, with that being said, we really hope you enjoyed this video. The boys are back in town when we come into August, with Willie, aka Cosplay Dude 67, coming back for more videos, and the Red Cornish Ranger is now back from being benched for a couple weeks because he had just to get his personal life a bit organized, which is perfectly fine. Everyone is human, but he is now returning with more content with us, so I'm very much looking forward for that. So of course, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss more amazing videos coming your way. We're of passion, everybody. We love you all, and we shall see you guys next week.